internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Go ahead and smash that like button. For major demand for XRP is in the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back. In today's episode, I'm going to give you a clear understanding of why there is going to be a major demand for XRP in the near future and why everybody is going to get blindsided by the way XRP performs in the coming months, and especially in Q1 2025 and Q2 2025. Let's get right into it. This is Bitnomial. It is a Bitcoin derivatives exchange. It's been around since 2014. And Vet today announced, he broke it out on Twitter, stating that they're about to launch an XRP USD futures. And let's get right into this PDF. I'll leave the link in the description down below. It was filed on August 9th to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and they're set to start August 13th. Isn't it incredible for the individuals that purchased a t-shirt? This 13 number, wow. It just gave me like goosebumps just talking about it. Let's get into this PDF, and I'm going to point out the most important parts, and this is going to blow your socks off. Contract description. XRP is the native digital token of the XRP ledger, used primarily as a form of payment. That's a massive use case for transactions and computational services on the XRP ledger. The XUS contract is a physically settled margined futures contract based on the price of 100,000 XRP. This is very important, 100,000 XRP physically settled. And they also go on to mention now there's only 100 billion XRP. This is very important because they also go on to say, in no case may a market participant own or control more than 1,200 million XRP US dollar futures. So the cap is $1.2 billion. Scarcity. A lot of people sit there and say, oh, there's 100 billion XRP. How is it going to go to $100? If you get a CT scan on their head, all you're going to see is a big rock or a very, very small like dot that looks like a pigeon brain. Okay, let's continue. Why is this important? Why should we be bullish? Why am I making this a big deal? First, it gives you a path for an XRP ETF. The fact that the XUS contract is physically settled, meaning it's the actual XRP delivered upon contract, is significant. Physical settlement provides transparency and can help mitigate concerns about the authenticity and value of the underlying asset, which is critical consideration for an ETF approval. And the letter also mentions with clearing members and market participants who support this launch of XRP futures. So they do have a support team behind them. And this is just one entity. Imagine when all the big guys coming in, they start doing this, right? And they're putting a $1.2 billion cap, XRP cap. Come on, this is just one entity. And we all know that this ETF will get a approval from the SEC. So first, the ETF is in the horizon, and this is very bullish, leading towards into an XRP ETF. But oh my sweet Jesus, this is where things get very important in terms of physically settled. Increased demand. Physically settled contracts require the actual delivery of XRP at the expiration of the contract. This means that investors or institutions entering into these contracts will need to acquire and hold significant amounts of XRP, increasing demand for the token. So think about it. Given the current price, let's say 20 people want to come in and they want to max out at 1.2 billion XRP physically settled. It's 20 billion right there. Insane, right? And you have reduced supply and circulation. As more XRP is held to fulfill the obligations of these future contracts, the available supply of XRP in the open market may decrease. This reduction in circulating supply can lead to an upward pressure on prices, assuming demand remains constant or increases. This is very, very important. And people are still going to sit there and pretend like nothing's happening. It's a shit coin, but that's okay, because 2024, 2025 is going to define real coins with real purposes and who's going to utilize it, right? So just imagine when more investors come in and more big heavyweight institutions come in and they start doing these. I mean, there isn't enough XRP. Just alone on the payments, scaling payments alone, you need a high price of XRP if you're going to be moving large amounts of XRP, right? The higher the price of XRP, the more larger payments you could do. And that is very, very important. And I've said this in the past, I'll say it again. The reason why, the fact that the price of XRP has remained where it has since its inception is very, very bullish. Think about it this way. Let's just say the range of XRP has been, 30 cents, 20 cents to $3.84. That spread, okay, that spread is a very good spread. It shows, market stability, price stability in a way, but in a minuscule way, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Let me give you a better example. When the price of XRP goes to $100, there's going to be a spread, right? It's not going to just stay at $100. Maybe it'll go from $100 to $110, 115, come back to $100. And XRP in the future, when it reaches those prices, it can't be volatile, but there is going to be volatility. No asset has no volatility unless you're a stablecoin, right? So XRP will have fluctuations between $100 to $120 back, or even $95 to $100, so and so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and if you guys have any questions, I will be down there. But this is very important. This is physically settled XRP, and a minimum is 100K XRP. That is huge. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost coming to an end. And if you haven't already, put your assets on a cold storage. I highly recommend you do it. Link in the description down below. You get up to $130 off and get in before retail gets in. Make sure you have the 24 hours exclusive discount page here so the discount does get applied. And for this, you could actually have multiple fingerprints. So if you were to put your wife's fingerprints, just in case something happens to you, it's very, very important that if something does happen to you, you have loved ones around you that know what's going on, okay? Keep that in mind. Just let them know. I personally told my family where I keep my stuff. So if something were to happen to me, they know exactly where to go, get that, and then they could do it. And also, another reason why some of you guys may ask, why do you need more than one? Rule of thumb, 2 minimum, bare minimum. But my end game in the future, and I've never really shared this with you guys, but I'll share it with you guys now. The only reason why I say having multiple is better, because in the future, I don't know how these guys are going to act in terms of regulation or institutions. I'm not saying you're going to break the law, but I'm saying just moving large amounts. So putting them in the cold storage in the future, if I want to buy a home, right, and I put 10,000 on one ledger, on one Decent wallet, and 10,000 another, and then another 10,000 on a different wallet, let's say Ledger, or 10,000 on a different one, so that's 40,000. In the future, if I want to buy a house, I can kind of just hand over that Ledger with the private keys and all that stuff. I've done this in the past. I've actually purchased something with crypto where I just gave them the Ledger and the private keys. That was it. And I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. It's a great feeling. So there's a lot of things you guys are going to be prepared for. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But this is monumental. Another 13 in the books. Another groundbreaking news that people are not going to find interesting because it didn't push the price of XRP. But your patience is going to be rewarded so handsomely that it's going to be very disturbing. We'll be back with another video later tonight. It's going to be completely different. It's the first for me, and I really would appreciate it if you guys showed some support. I mean, I love you guys, but I'm just saying this video is going to be completely different. It was my first time attempting this. It felt a little bit weird, but it turned out a little bit good. I don't talk too much in it often, but yeah, I'll release that tonight. And I'm very excited to see what you guys think of it. And if you guys want to see more of this kind of content, which you're going to see later tonight after this episode, maybe a couple hours after this, We will be back with another video.
With the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.